Hi, everyone. It is Wednesday. It is the 8th day of May. Glad as always to have you with us. A beautiful and quite warm day in the neighborhood. Humidity not so bad. But man, what a beautiful warm day indeed. We did get to share and enjoy today. We don't have another one in the forecast, just so you know. We do have, I'm sorry. We do have another one in the forecast. It's just not for several days. And it won't be as warm as this one either. But a few sunny days towards the latter part of your outlook that I'll get to in just a few moments. I don't make excuses, but I feel like I have to explain myself sometimes. And today was another day in which some meetings throughout all morning and afternoon, literally just coming in town in time and getting back later than expected, but in time enough to check out the big potato, which I had to do. Also, another report that I'm going to share with you. The meetings of which may actually turn into an announcement or a news story sometime, hopefully very soon. It may not. If they do, I'll be anxious to share that with you. That's all I can say on that front right now. I do need to say one other thing. Being out of the office and coming in late is hard to do and get caught up. And I'm still feeling as though I've missed a couple of birthdays and maybe some other calendar announcements that would have come in. So please, if you've sent those and I have missed those, send those to me. I have also, for the past 2 months, been battling an issue where even people that I get email from on a normal basis, their emails are going into my spam, and we're getting ready to change actually my entire email and go to a Sagersville Independent Mortimer Media email, but I've just been leery of making the changeover yet, but I'm going to have to because 2,000 emails a day is just simply hard to go through, and that's just about how many I feel as though I get, really about 400 or 500 at times. With that said, no more excuses. Let's go on to your news and talk about in a few moments, as we will, that of course that cold front, some outstanding Magoffin Countyans recognized during the recent pinning ceremony at Morehead State University. I've got your calendar and much more right after maybe a quick breath and break. Please let these folks know you're watching every chance you get. We'll be right back in just a few seconds. Your new IGA has fresh brewed coffees and delicious donuts made 7 days a week. Daily made breads piled high with any meat or cheese you can think of. And come and taste the salads, broccoli and cauliflower, cornbread, and their gourmet chicken salad made fresh right here. They've got fruit and vegetable and meat trays made with a little love, and celebrate anything with perfectly professionally made cakes. All fresh and ready for your next meal, party, or event at your Sagersville IGA, where it's a new day, place, and way to shop. Just like that, we've jumped into the spring allergy season with all the buds and blooms, tree and grass pollen, mold, and all the nasal congestion, sneezing, itchy nose and eyes and throat that they cause. Don't get caught off guard. Protect yourself daily with a quick trip to Parkway Pharmacy for over-the-counter and prescription relief. And you can always log into parkwaypharmacy.com to have your prescriptions ready when you get there at Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville. Look great and feel great with the very best in Versa Spa Spray Tanning and 6 of the most modern tanning beds in the business, including their 7-minute stand-up bed and 12-minute super bed with bronzing bulbs at Tropical Isle in Sagersville and Prestonsburg. And through May the 11th for Mother's Day, take 20% off lotions and 20% off tanning packages all month long at Tropical Isle Tanning in Sagersville and Prestonsburg, open 7 days a week. Founded in 1974 on the idea that we all deserve and need the very best in medical services and patient-oriented care, but at reasonable prices we can afford, Big Sandy Healthcare and Hope Family Medical Center have also put together a team of professionals and providers, all at one location, all with you and your family in mind. With pharmacy, dental, lab and x-ray, pediatrics, adult medicine, behavioral health, and more. Come see us for anything at Hope Family Medical Center in Sayersville. The seasonal shop is simply wall-to-wall, floor-to-ceiling, filled with new arrivals and more coming every day. Natural Life is in the store. It's a fun, uplifting brand of t-shirts, headbands, air fresheners, mugs, and more. And they've always got the latest and greatest designs from Simply Southern, including their new line of drinkware for hot or cold. And the women's spring and summer collections are simply amazing and ready to get you ready for the beautiful weather head to toe. And come in and check out their rewards program. Free local delivery. They'll ship it to you. They're now accepting PayPal, and they've always got baby and wedding registry at Fraser's Prater Drug Seasonal Shop in downtown Sayersville. Getting the best deal on the best tires with the best service has never been easier. Just log on to ConleyTire.net, check out the latest rebates, sales, and promotions, pick out the tires you want, and email, call, or come by. For huge savings from the family who's been proudly serving the area for over 32 years. Conley Tire in Staffordsville, 297-2424. First off, before I go any further, again, there was a complication again last night. I did not make any time to find out what it was. I do know that there was no 6 o'clock program again, as there hasn't been for the past 2 nights on Howard's Cable. That connection had to be reestablished after it was dismantled to make room or way for the McGoffin County Rescue Squad media auction. I know they were working on it, but I don't think they got it done in time for the program last night. Hopefully that has been fixed by this evening. My apologies. I do know they were giving it an effort last evening, as it appeared as though if you were tuning in and watching their work. So hopefully that is fixed back and up and running. Now, on to the news tonight. So let's go ahead and get to the big story tonight. Pardon the pun. It is big. It's huge. In fact, it's almost 30 feet long. It's a 28-foot long tater on a truck touring the United States. And today, it was at the Sayersville IGA, and it was, deservingly so, attracting quite a crowd. Even stars looking to perform next to the big spud.
So if our potato was real, it would actually make 1 million French fries, over 20,000 servings of mashed potatoes, and it would make up 21,562 medium-sized Idaho potatoes. It's 8,000 pounds, 28 foot long, 11.5 foot tall, and 10 foot wide. My name's Kaylee, and I'm a brand ambassador for the Big Idaho Potato Tour, and this is the Big Idaho Potato Truck. We travel all over the U.S. promoting heart-healthy Idaho potatoes, and today we're in Salyersville, Kentucky at the IGA, and we're just here having a potato party. We're giving away mashed potatoes, Idaho potato pins. We're letting fans take photos and giving them information, so we're having a great time out here.
And this huge spud has quite a following, a real fan base, I am told. If you don't believe me, go to potatotracker.com and you can track the famous Idaho Potato Tour as it pulls out of Sayersville, I think headed towards Indianapolis, if I'm not mistaken. All the brainchild of what, to be honest, someone in the business would call probably a marketing genius.
This is actually put on by the Idaho Potato Commission, and it was started to celebrate the 75th anniversary of the Idaho Potato Commission. So this was only supposed to be a 1-year campaign in 2012, and it got so popular that we're still out here on the road because people loved us and kept inviting us back.
I mean, the Idaho Potato Tour is such a big deal. Aspiring, or even dare I say famous artists are looking for a chance to perform before a crowd in front of it.
Oh, give me the peoples and free my soul. Wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away.
Is this the pinnacle of your appearances?
Well, you know, when you don't make it that far, you have to learn to do things like this, the potatoes. So I come down here and got this big, large potato. These girls put me on a karaoke machine. That's as good as you get. When you make it to the top, you get to sing by a big old potato.
What are some of the reactions you get?
We get a lot of reactions. People driving next to us, waving, taking photos and videos. People will follow us into places that we park at. People love it, honestly. It's a great marketing campaign because we have a commercial too that we run with this, and so people play into that. It's a farmer and his dog, and so people always come up and say, "Where's the farmer looking for it?" And then people post about us on social media, so it's it's mobile marketing.
And while a huge idea, perhaps not the only idea of this size on the road. So I asked him, what do you think about your, maybe, competition?
They're our fellow road warriors, but I mean, look at our potato. Like, we are one of a kind. We're the only Big Idaho Potato Truck out on the road, so when you see us, it's really rare and special.
And then there's the question that I have to ask because I heard it asked several times while I was there. How many folks think it's a real spud?
9 times out of 10, people think our potato's real, but it is real. It's just a real fiberglass potato.
I wish to thank the ladies with the tour and our friend Nathan for being such a great sport. We will have other local headlines. I think now is a good time to take just a brief break, and I'll be right back with another headline and some announcements after this.
I'm Bill Tinker. I've spent the past 19 years defending insurance companies in car crashes, truck crashes, and slip and falls. Are you involved in a case like that? Is the insurance company giving you the runaround about your medical bills, your benefits, or your lost wages? Contact me at McFarland Tinker Law Office. With our combined experience of over 58 years, we're here ready to work for you.
At Parkway Gun and Pawn, out the door means taxes and a box of shells are included, and all these specials are out the door prices. So you can pick from these Heritage Arms 22 revolvers, $149 out the door, or this one for $139. This Judge shoots 45 long Colts and 4 10 shells, and it's out the door for $449. 9mm semi-automatics as low as $219, all just in and soon to be gone at Parkway Gun and Pawn. Look great and feel great with the very best in Versa Spa Spray Tanning and 6 of the most modern tanning beds in the business, including their 7-minute stand-up bed and 12-minute super bed with bronzing bulbs at Tropical Isle in Sagersville and Prestonsburg. And through May the 11th for Mother's Day, take 20% off lotions and 20% off tanning packages all month long at Tropical Isle Tanning in Sagersville and Prestonsburg, open 7 days a week.
Appalachian Wireless has a question for you. Would you rather pay $650 or $66 for a smartphone? If you think this answer is simple, then the Appalachian Advantage plan is for you. Pay less upfront for today's hottest smartphones, and then pay just a few dollars more every month on the monthly bill. Many smartphones are $5 a month or less after you factor in the $20 discount from the Advantage plan, compared to the contract offering. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless. Payment agreement required. See store for details.
From brakes, exhaust, suspension, fluid changes, to expert collision and auto body, to turning your 4x4 or diesel from mild to wild, get real auto maintenance, paint, and repair at Black Smoke Performance in Dixie of Sagersville. 349-8785. At Sagersville National Bank, they know your house is much more than your home. It's an investment, and for many of us, the biggest we'll ever make. And whether it's for needed repairs and maintenance, or a new addition or renovation to give you some more room and more equity, let Sagersville National Bank deal with all the financial work and worry. Real and real competitive, hometown, homegrown, home improvement loans at Sagersville National. Next, a little update on a couple of outstanding Magoffin Countyans who did outstanding for actually both of these students. May finally came in May. For only one of them, she understands what that means because it's a family or inside joke. Nevertheless, during a recent pinning ceremony just last week, these two Magoffin Countyans were recognized for their outstanding achievements at Morehead State University. Last Friday, the Morehead State University nursing program recognized its graduates in a pinning ceremony, during which awards were given recognizing outstanding student performance. And 2 Magoffin County residents received awards from the Bachelor of Science nursing program, one of which, seen here, Lakin Green, was awarded the Excellence in Nursing Simulation Award. The second, Mr. Mark Anthony Campbell, who was awarded the Excellence in Pharmacology Award. These awards were determined by testing, and both Lakin and Mark scored the highest in those areas for which they won. Congratulations. Next, your community calendar brought to you by Magoffin Farm Bureau. Again, and I'll even say it one more time, if you send any announcements in, really, and it's a standing request, if you will, and those announcements, birthdays, or what have you, didn't make it on the program, be sure you call and let me know, resend those, what have you, until we get them on TV. With our apologies, we don't like, birthdays to me are the biggest thing on this program in some ways. I love birthdays, even when they're, maybe even especially when they're not my own, so we want to make sure we get to them all. So make sure we get caught up on any of those announcements. With that said, here's the rest of your calendar, and it does start off with a birthday that I did get for tonight. Yes, this birthday does say a happy sweet 48th birthday to Virginia Meade. Happy birthday to you, Virginia. Happy birthday to you. The Elk Creek Free Will Baptist Church is hosting their 7th annual bass tournament this Saturday. They're pulling out of the Clay Lick boat ramp at 7 o'clock. You'll need to register earlier than that, I believe, starting at 6. As always, a $1,000 first place prize, $500 for second, $300 for third, $100 for fourth, $100 an hour for the biggest fish. It's a wonderful time, a wonderful cause. $100 per boat to enter. If you have any questions, call 496-7302 or contact anyone with the Elk Creek Free Will Baptist Church. Contact anyone with the Sagersville High School Class Reunion Committee, or specifically call 422-6720 if you need to find out more about the Sagersville All-Class Reunion for anyone who ever went to the Sagersville High School for any amount of time from 1937 to 79. It is Saturday the 25th, just a few weeks, 5 till 10 at the Magoffin County High School. Registration starts at 4. They hope all classmates will attend and be a part of the fun and making more history. The rest of this week, which is winding down quickly, District 3 is the subject of or area for the Magoffin County cleanup. Next week in the county, it's District 2. The next week thereafter, District 1. And throughout the entire time frame through the end of May, or the end of the week of May the 20th, you can, of course, set your large items out in the city of Sagersville. Call the judge's office at 349-2313 or Sagersville City Hall if you have any questions. And as always, call me if you have any announcements that you need on our community calendar. Now, I mentioned this at the start of the program, and just to say it again, it has been a busy week, hopefully to which I can allude to in a few days, and I'm just barely making it in time to get the program together again today. If there were any birthdays or other announcements that I may have missed today or in the past few days, please let me know. With one other announcement this evening, also doing a bit of makeup. This was due for yesterday, and I'm not for certain it was on last night's program, so my apologies, but an announcement that was to come in loving memory of 68, or what would have been his 68th, Lindsay Wheeler. Love Wanda, Ty, Judy, and grandson Aiden in loving memory. And also in loving memory tonight, loved and missed by Debbie greatly, in loving memory of Gene Arrowwood. So 2 more final items of business tonight. The second coming, well, after the first, but the first being your Licking Valley RECC forecast, which of course does include a cold front that is still coming. Clouds are going to be on the increase tonight, not really making anything. They will make way, however, after partly cloudy skies tonight. For cloudy skies tomorrow, we're talking about showers, possible thunderstorms, and shower chances sticking around for days, and cooler air definitely running behind this front. The forecast is calling for continued clear skies tonight. We're already seeing a few clouds out there. We'll see a few more. No precipitation tonight. And calm winds starting to come out of the south at around 5 miles per hour or so after midnight. And that's going to be a prelude of this front to come. And it comes tomorrow with a chance of showers and thunderstorms starting to ramp up around 3 o'clock and a likelihood thereafter. We will see winds coming out of the south, maybe 5, 10, 17 miles per hour at times. Don't forget, a few thunderstorms are possible. Not a big rainmaker as far as not being in or under one of those storms is concerned. 1/4 of an inch across the board for everyone, unless you pick up, or unless you are under one of those thunderstorms that could put down a little more rain. So showers likely tomorrow on your Thursday. Temperatures once again 80, 63. And that cold front will continue to knock things down quite a bit thereafter. Friday, we should see right around 75 and 53 for your high and low. Mostly cloudy skies, shower chances to the tune of 50% throughout the afternoon. They'll diminish down to about 30%, but still mostly cloudy Friday night. And once again, the low 50s for your weekend. For the first half of your weekend, Saturday, cooler still, 67, cloudy, a 40% chance of showers across the board. Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening. Sunday, as we all know, is the all-important day of Mother's Day. And I'm sad to report, moms and everyone else, that showers are likely with some thunderstorms quite possible after around 12 or 1 on your Sunday. We're still going to be in the upper 60s. We'll hold on to right around 50 degrees for nighttime lows. I'm so sorry we can't have a beautiful Mother's Day forecast. Maybe plant some flowers, get out, cook out, what have you. You can do all those things. You'll just have to work around some showers and possible storms. We'll start off next week 67 and mostly sunny with only a slight chance to the tune of 20% of showers on your Monday afternoon, midday. And then after that, we'll clear up at least for one day, maybe two. Tuesday looks to be sunny and 70. Wednesday looks to be mostly sunny and only a 10% chance of showers. So maybe at least 2 nice dry days after a not so nice Mother's Day weekend. Sorry again. Now, the last item of business. Just a glimpse ahead as to what's coming out in tomorrow's edition of the Sagersville Independent. I spoke to you yesterday briefly about the meeting between several of our, and majority of our local officials and representatives here in the Sagersville Independent studio and office, as they were discussing a recent study focused on food insecurity, adults and, more importantly, even children not knowing where their next meal is going to come from, and how Magoffin County, according to that study out of Berea, fared the absolute worst in the state. Heather Oney, our editor, sat down with those representatives and officials yesterday. They had a very in-depth discussion about that, and we hope that everyone will read that report tomorrow. Betty Brown, who used to pen for this paper for a great long time, is having a poetry book published in her honor with her works, and you'll be able to find more about that in tomorrow's edition of the Sagersville Independent. Older Americans Month, a proclamation and signing. Oh, and I'm just now learning, we're going back to what I would consider a good year, at least 1971, in the historical page brought to you by Grover Arndt, attorney at law. 2 Vietnam vets receiving the Bronze Star medals back in 1971 around this time. Sample ballots for the upcoming May election, a Mother's Day gift guide, and our raffle and more that you'll only find in tomorrow's edition of the Sagersville Independent. Hope you pick one up just as soon as possible, or get your subscription as soon as possible. And with that said, thank you for watching. Have a good Wednesday, and see you tomorrow.